Okay, I get it. You are in this phase of your life where it feels like attaining self-development and you feel this urge to tell the world about it. I stopped announcing my growth, and that's when everything actually started changing. And I didn't even realize it at first because it wasn't something I planned. It wasn't something I consciously decided to do. It just happened naturally. I started becoming more private, more focused on what I actually needed to do instead of what people expected of me to do. And that shift changed a lot for me. I think a lot of us go through a phase where we feel this urge to tell people everything, every new idea, every new plan, every new version of ourselves that we're trying to turn into. You start waking up earlier, you start journaling, you start becoming more disciplined, and there's this urge to tell the world about what's going on within you. And honestly, it makes sense because as humans, we want to feel seen, we want to feel acknowledged. We want people to look at us and say, wow, you're doing well. But what I've come to realize is that there's a difference between living your growth and performing your growth. And a lot of time, we don't even realize when we cross that line. There is a difference between performing and becoming. Now, there was a point when I noticed that I was talking a lot, but not fully becoming. I was sharing my intentions before I even had the time of building those things. And the thing about that is when you speak too early, you release the energy too early. It feels like you get the satisfaction without actually doing the work fully. And slowly, I started to notice the pattern in myself. I would say, I'm going to do something, and then I'll feel good about it. But the follow through was not always strong. And that's when I started pulling back quietly. The shift into growth is not something I announced. I didn't make big announcement about it. I just stopped. I stopped sharing everything. I stopped sharing every step. I stopped sharing the fact that people need to understand my journey, but started walking towards it quietly. And at first it feels strange, but because you're used to external validation. So when you stop moving differently, it can feel like you're disappearing, but you're not disappearing. You're actually becoming more structured and more together. Becoming that girl quietly looks like doing things without announcing them, waking up early and not posting about it, working on your habits without explaining them, fixing your mindset without needing people's validation. It's actually choosing to build yourself in private, choosing to protect your plans until they are solid, choosing discipline over intentions. Transformation requires silence, requires focus, requires a version of you that does not require performing for people. I've also realized that not everything needs to be shared because not everything needs to be exposed. There's a certain level of protection that comes from moving quietly. Not everyone needs access to your plans. Not everyone needs to understand your next move. Not everyone needs to understand what you're building. And it's not from a place of fear. It's from a place of self-awareness because sometimes when things are shared too early, they become fragile, they become too influenced, and they become something that is not fully yours. Feminine energy is also important because this is where feminine energy comes in. Because for a long time, I thought being soft, being expressive, talking, sharing, explaining, opening up constantly was the deal for softness. But I've learned that softness can be calm. Softness can be choosing peace over performance. It can be choosing being with yourself, growing to who you want to be without fully announcing it. It is calm and it is secured. I think the biggest thing I've gained so far from this shift is self-trust. When you stop looking outward for validation, you start relying more on yourself. You start trusting your decisions more. You start moving with more confidence. And that's not because people are watching, but because you know what you're doing. And that kind of confidence is perfect. It's not loud. It is strong. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to prove anything. I think a lot of us need to prove that we're changing. We need to show it. We need to make it visible. We need to show up. But the truth is, real change doesn't need to be announced. it's going to show. It's going to show in the way you move. It's going to show in the way you talk. And that kind of transformation is way more powerful than anything you can even say. So if you are in a season where you feel like you're pulling back, you're being more private, being more intentional, I just want you to know that it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You're being more disciplined and you're being more sustainable, slow, soft, and intentional. You do not have to announce your becoming. You do not have to explain every step. You don't need to announce your growth. Let it be real. Let it happen. Let it be yours. And when the time comes, people would notice. Not because you announced it, but because it shows in everything that you do and everything that you say.